why do black people hate themselves so much? Like, you guys compare yourselves to gorillas, not us. If you don't know what I'm referencing, recently somebody came out and there's been a lot of hubbub about Planet of the Apes because apparently Planet of the Apes is racist against black people? I don't fucking know. Like, I remember watching the original movies and thinking to myself, oh, these apes are assholes. But not all of them. It was like the gorillas were fucking jackasses because if you look at the animal species, gorillas tend to be particularly, like, I don't know, aggressive. It's the animal kingdom. They're bigger, they have bigger muscles. It makes sense through the military force. The orangutans in the series tend to be like the scientists and stuff like that. And then you have like the chimpanzees, and I think they're more like administrative and scientists and stuff like that. Though, I mean, there's more variation in that, I'm sure. But like, you look at the original series, they have a functioning society where they've enslaved the human race. The whole purpose of the series of movies is eventually the idea that the two somehow exist together in some way. And it never quite happens, but I mean, you can see that struggle happening. The apes and the humans trying to learn how to coexist and not kill each other is part of it. And you see this as a theme because you have, the apes seeing the humans as people, the main characters, and you have, a lot of issues, like, what is human? What is a human? What is a person? What does it mean to be, the wise man and stuff? And if anything, I think it's more of a story against racism or anything like that. I cannot imagine anybody who thinks to themselves, oh, it's a story about humans fighting monkeys. It must be oppression. It must be white supremacist oppression of black people. Clearly. Just like when they shot Harambe. This is another thing. People were freaking out about Harambe being shot because he was a gorilla. And gorillas have black skin. The zoo officials shot Harambe because a black child had fallen into his exhibit. He was a young, testosterone-filled, wild animal, wild fucking animal, and they were worried about the animal killing the child and being able to give the child medical assistance. They didn't know what sort of condition the child was in. It made sense for them to kill the animal. Animal. You guys are comparing yourselves to animals. It's crazy to me. It is so crazy to me. These people who are all for social justice or whatever, they literally compare black people to animals. Oh, Planet of the Apes is racist because monkeys are black people. No. Black people are humans. It's humans versus apes. Apes are a different species altogether. And the reason why the humans are fighting the apes is because the apes have taken over. They've destroyed massive population on the planet Earth. If you haven't seen the movies, you gotta think through the entire movie. We didn't create black people. That's the other thing. It's so fucking stupid. The apes in Planet of the Apes, they're created in a lab essentially through experimentation. The whole concept of Caesar being born is that in the new prequels is that instead of having his mother and father go back in time and give birth to him and have him be raised by a human and blah, blah, blah. Caesar is born of an ape that has had been tested on with some sort of chemical that's supposed to make them more intelligent. Well, it has a huge impact on the fetus, resulting in Caesar. And Caesar, it becomes angry because he's as intelligent as a human, but he is kept captive because he's still technically an animal, right? And, eventually they, what happens is, Caesar spreads an infection, which kills off a huge portion of the world's population, and also transforms other apes into more intelligent creatures. I don't see the correlation between black people. Why do people keep doing this? Another example. Alright, a tennis reporter said that Venus Williams was using being gorilla style, and that's a real thing in tennis. And when you say gorilla, you mean like guerrilla warfare, like guerrilla tactics, like GUERIL, not GOR. It's crazy, and he got a lot of shit thrown at him. I think he got fired or something for saying that, because they thought they were saying gorilla instead of guerrilla tactics, guerrilla warfare. Like what the Vietnamese did to our troops in Vietnam. Just jump out of the fucking trees, booby traps fucking everywhere. That's Venus Williams. She's unpredictable. That's the whole fucking point of tennis, right? You're supposed to win. You're supposed to be unpredictable, because if you're predictable, they're gonna know where your next hit is gonna land. And you don't want that. You want that hit to get past them so you get that point. He was giving her a compliment. Being unpredictable. Having guerrilla tactics. Guerrilla, not gorilla. I don't remember where that's from. Anyway, but it's like, you can't even tell the difference between two different words, and you're calling it racism? I'm pretty sure guerrilla tactics is, I think it's a Spanish word, I don't really remember. It has nothing to do with racism. It has nothing to do with race. These idiots are the ones who are comparing themselves to monkeys and apes and getting offended. Like, what would be preferable to you? Talking bears? How about talking bears? Can we have talking bears? Oh, but not brown bears or black bears. Clearly, we have to have polar bears. Oh, but that's probably white supremacy. So how the fuck do you win? Like, can we have talking animals in movies now, or is it all just racism and pointing towards race based on the fur color of the animals? I bet they think that Beverly Hills Chihuahua is pretty fucking racist too. These people are retarded. These people are just stupid. Why do you guys hate yourself so much? I know I'm supposed to be like the white devil or whatever, but, what is it about the animal kingdom that you find so connected with? I mean, you're people. You're human beings. You have minds and opinions. You are so much more complex and worth more than a fucking gorilla. I'm sorry. If I have the chance between a black person and a gorilla, I'm gonna shoot the fucking gorilla to save the black man's life. I'm just saying. Like, you are not the same as a gorilla. Black people, stop viewing yourself in such a negative light. This is part of what holds you back. If you view yourself as the bottom always, you're never going to achieve greatness. If you think you can't do it, you're never going to be able to do it. It's just not going to happen. Look, you have to be able to build goals for yourself. And if you buy into the lies that you can't make it, for whatever reason, because of the media, because of whatever neighborhood you grew up, or whatever it is, all this social justice bullshit that's indoctrinating you to think that you're not as good as white people. It's fucking bullshit. You need to forget that. You need to forget the racial differences. Focusing on racial differences is not going to get you anywhere in this world. It's just going to hold you back. Yeah, some of those people like fucking Ghazi Black Hitler, he gets followers or whatever, but he's a whiny bitch. Do you want to be a whiny bitch? I mean, these people, they're so angry. This little fucking, Irish guy, Conor McGregor, goes up to a world-renowned fighter, Floyd Mayweather, while he's doing his little boxing thing. He's doing his dance, his boxing dance, going pa-pa-pa, going back and forth on his feet. He looks like he's dancing, and Ian McGregor goes, "Dance for me, boy. Dance for me, son." And they're like, racism! Then you look at other videos of Conor McGregor. He's telling other people to dance for him. Other guys. He uses boy as a derogatory term, or, like a shit-talking term. A lot. And if you watch the videos, like, you can tell who's pissed off by his antics and who isn't. Floyd Mayweather does not give a flying fuck about Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor shit-talking him is fun for him. There's even a video of some reporter or something walking up to his father, Floyd Mayweather's father, and going, "What do you think of that remark that Conor McGregor said to your son, calling him boy? Didn't you find that racist?" And the father goes, "What the fuck are you talking about? This is boxing. What does race have to do with anything?" And then the black old guy just, wise and clearly used to be a boxer, and I don't know Floyd Mayweather's, like, family history. It would not surprise me if his father was some sort of famous boxer, though. And even when you get to, like, the backroom conferences and stuff, Floyd Mayweather's father is a shit talker too. He comes out there, he starts shit talking Conor, and he goes, "My son's gonna beat your butt, and once he's done, I'm gonna beat your butt too, and blah blah blah. I could beat your butt, and blah blah blah. I could beat your ass." And the only thing Conor says to him, because it's all in good fun, right? He goes, "Oh, you're a fan. You're my fan. Yeah, you're my fan." And he was so respectful to the older gentleman. He didn't call him boy. He was just like, "Oh, you're just my fan." And he goes, "I'll box you tomorrow. I will box you tomorrow." And he's like, "You want to box me tomorrow? Okay." And they're going, "Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass. Blah blah blah." And he goes, "Pew, pew, pew, pew." Like trying to show off how lightning fast he is still at his ripe old age of elderliness of some sort. And he's having a great ass time. He does not care that Conor McGregor used the term boy. Because, like, who the fuck would go, "Oh, an Irish guy calling a black man boy, clearly racism, slavery." Who the hell makes that jump other than racist? Like, seriously, you have to be racist to think of that in the first place. When I see a little Irish guy who's not from America, and mind you, the Irish have faced their own oppression. The Brits came in there, took over their land, basically stole their property, and they were oppressed for a long time before they got their independence. Okay? And it was a real shitty situation for the Irish for quite a while. You had a vast majority of the Irish people being destitute and poor and depressed and all that crap. And you're going to tell me that a man who's outside of our culture, whose ancestors are from a completely different place, whose ancestors were oppressed, you're going to tell me that because he uses the term boy, which he's used for multiple other men as a way to shit talk him, you're going to tell me that's racism? No, you're the racist. You're the racist because you see race as important. You see racism because you have to color everything with a race. You think that being colorblind, not paying attention to other people's races, is evil and bad for some reason. It's bad to just respect everyone. You have to know what race they are. It's ridiculous. Like, do you guys know what I am? Like, what does it matter? Yeah, I got light toned skin. But unless you did an ancestry test on me, you can't tell exactly what I am, right? Because I know I'm at least a quarter or so German. I know I've got some Danish. I've got some Irish. I've got some French. I've got some English. I have maybe some Jewish blood, which I doubt, but it's possible. It is completely possible. These are things that I've heard in my family. It's possible that I have some African American blood in my family. It's possible that, and this is the most likely, that we have a little bit of native blood, because one of my ancestors, a female, went up north to Canada and married a French trapper. Now, a lot of those French trappers married native women. It's very plausible that either he was the son of another trapper who had married, a woman of native descent, or she was part native of some sort. This was very, very common. And that side of the family, I don't know too much about that side. My dad's father's side, however, I know a lot more. Those were Germans. My mother's side were pretty well German, so. But the rest of it, it's like, I'm such a mixed breed. I have no idea what I am. To call me white or whatever, you're just seeing skin tone. You're not seeing the entire picture. And it's retarded. And it's like you want to paint everything with racism. You just do. You have to find racism everywhere because you're a racist. Stop hating yourself so goddamn much. Just pull your fucking britches up. And I know this sounds cruel, but get off of the government welfare. You do not want to be the government's bitch, okay? And when you take their money, that's what you are. You are the government's fucking bitch, okay? And you don't want to give the government more power over you. You don't want that. What you want is to be free and independent and strong. You want to be, the community leaders. You want to be the stable individuals who are going to lead your community out of poverty and promote reform in the school systems and with the welfare and engage in creating a stable family in the communities that are broken. And it's not just black communities. There's white communities out there that have same issues. There's, probably other racial groups that have the same issues. This is it's a human condition. And the human condition says that if you think you are garbage, that's all you can be. If you see yourself as garbage, that's all you're going to be. If you see yourself as a slave, that is all you're going to be. You are so much more powerful than you can even imagine. And this whole having to paint everything by race is fucking retarded. There's so much genetic variation out there that goes beyond the racial differences. Do you know how many ethnicities there are in the world? There's more ethnicities than there are races. And, this is something I really want to start researching. I've been really busy and tired lately, but I got a job. I have a job working at Walmart now. People are gonna be, fuck Walmart. And in general, I would agree. I don't like massive corporations, but it's really easy to get hired at Walmart. They tend to be decent to their employees, and man, $11.25 an hour is pretty good for a minimum wage job. So I'm gonna be able to pay my bills. It's gonna be a lot better situation. And the last couple of days since I've had the job offer, I've just been taking some time off, so I haven't really done any research or anything like that on this yet, but I'm fully planning on doing some researched videos about race and ethnicity and genetic variation and stuff. And my whole point is, there's so much genetic variation that I don't understand why you have to separate people by race. Okay? It's just dumb. It is just dumb. You're painted it. The race and ethnicity, especially ethnicity, is so much more complex than people can even like keep straight in their heads, that there's no point in it mattering to how a person is as a human being. There's just so much genetic variation all over the world. Okay? Just all over the world. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and he's like, well, all black people would die if you, or Africans or whatever, would die if they got to higher elevations, and all Asian people are lactose intolerant. and my response to that was to go look up some of the information on it, and I found a website, which I don't have open, so I'm not going to put it in the description or anything, but when I do the research, this will be one of the things that I will look at and probably put, use as a resource and put sources and stuff like that. That's one of the things I don't want to fucking look up sources and shit. I'm so fucking lazy. But what you end up finding when you actually look at it by ethnicity is you have on the Eastern Asians are anywhere from 90 to 100% lactose intolerant based on in different communities, but overall, generally it's from 90 to 100% lactose intolerant. You get more eastward, it drops down to about 80 to 90% lactose intolerant. So right there you already have a genetic difference between those two ethnicities, East Asian and West Asian, but they're still all Asian. Right? This is just one example, and I'm not trying to get into race and ethnicity too much right now. My point is that it's cool if you want to have some cultural flair. It's cool if you want to go, yeah, I'm a dark-skinned guy, it's part of who I am, and blah, 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 so on and so forth. But when you paint every single interaction, every single movie, every single comment, every single hand gesture, every single image, and you claim white supremacy, you're a white supremacist. I'm sorry, I don't believe in white supremacy. I made the joke that I believe in Asian supremacy, but clearly a fucking joke. And, man, why do you guys hate yourself so much? Stop it. You need to show yourself some love. Show yourself love. Tell yourself that you can do anything you set your mind to. You can be the doctors in the white coats. You can be that businessman who makes billions of dollars. You can become the next Donald Trump. Just imagine this. Black man Donald Trump. Instead of the big comb over, it would just be an afro, but in that shape. And here's the deal, guys. You can work your way up to being more successful than Donald Trump if you are smart and you work hard and you believe in yourself. Not everybody has the capacity for it, but there are some of you out there who would be capable of surpassing someone like Donald Trump, and then, you could be in the White House making policy and changing the world for the better. If you just believed in yourself. And I'm a person, I suffer from depression. I don't have a lot of faith in myself when I'm feeling really depressed. And these are conversations I have to have with myself too, where I tell myself, you're worth it. You can do anything you set your mind to. You can, be whoever you want to become as long as you are willing to put in the work. Nothing is given to you. Nothing should be given to you. Nothing's given to me other than my survival needs and stuff like that. My parents don't pay for my gas. My parents don't pay for me to go out and have fun. My parents don't, in general, pay for shit. I haven't gone out and seen a movie in fucking months because I'm too poor. I haven't gone out and gone to a bar in forever because I'm too poor. Pretty sure I pissed off one of my cousins because I got really depressed over not having very much money and not having a stable job, and texted her recently to ask her about the family reunion, and she hasn't responded. So, I'm just saying, nobody should get handed, success on a silver platter. That's not how it works. You have to work hard. And I'm sorry nobody told you this before. You can't gangbang your way into success. You can't be a cholo and get yourself into success. What you need to do, either educate yourself or get an education. Go into trade school. Go to business school. Go to, university and become a doctor or a scientist or whatever you want to become. This is for anybody of any race, okay? Don't shit on yourself. Don't think of yourself as unworthy. Don't think of yourself as less. Don't think of yourself as inferior, because you aren't. You are not inferior. You are what you make of yourself. If you're stupid as fuck, you can try to change that. Now, there's, of course, some genetic, limitations for certain people. If you have, certain issues, some people can't. There was this one girl I knew, white girl, so this isn't racist, I want you guys to know. She was dumb as fuck. She was so dumb. One of my good friends, but damn was she dumb. And legitimately dumb. She thought that there was a West America was a continent. She thought that India was its own continent. I'm like, no, it's a subcontinent. And she couldn't tell. She didn't understand what continent and subcontinent meant. Like, no. India's part of Asia, but it's a subcontinent because it's really big. And she could not understand what I was trying to say. She also thought Chicago was a state. And then later on, she was in college, in community college, and she was doing remedial math. Fractions. She was studying fractions in college. This is stuff you learn in elementary school. You learn about fractions and stuff in elementary school, and then into high school, or not high school, but middle school and stuff. Divide and add and subtract and multiply fractions. That's what she was working on. Very remedial math. And she a great girl though. She's very sweet, very, very sweet. And when she got a job, I was told by one of my other friends who worked with her that she couldn't tell the difference between dimes and nickels. She didn't have that job for very long. I think they let her go after a little bit because she couldn't handle it. She didn't have the mental capacity for it. And it's not like she didn't try, because I remember going over there and doing homework with her and trying to help her and stuff. And she was trying. But I'm just gonna say this: she is real lucky she found a guy to get married to, because she needs someone to take care of her. So I'm saying there's stupid people out there. There's definitely stupid, dumb fucks. And my whole point in that story was it doesn't matter what fucking race you are. It has nothing to do with race, whether you're intelligent or not. I think, my story there is a good indication that there's dumb people in just about every race. And the thing is that maybe she's not trying. Maybe she doesn't care to try. Maybe her parents didn't push her the same way that my parents pushed me to be successful at school. Maybe they just didn't care. There's different ways, but my point is that if you think that you're dumb without trying, you are dumb. If you think that you're unsuccessful without trying, you are going to be unsuccessful. If you think that you're inferior without trying to push yourself to be better, you are going to continue to be inferior. So stop hating yourself. Stop thinking yourself as inferior to some mythical white race. I gotta tell you right now, we're not a monolith. And, you got white identitarians who come troll me because I'm against race realism. You have, you know, probably black people out there who don't give a fuck about race. And if you ever come across, you know, the black people and stuff who do not give fucks about race, they tend to be more successful people. They've learned that, oh, if I work hard, I can succeed. Maybe this racism thing isn't as big of a deal as I thought it was. Maybe it's not so institutional as it is based off of my behavior and what I choose to do and how hard I choose to work. So just be prepared to put in the hard work. I'm prepared to put in the hard work. I have lots of dreams of things that I want to accomplish in my life. And the thing is that I know to get there, I'm going to have to put in a lot of hard work. And I'm cool with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. I think that's reasonable. I think it's reasonable for people to have to, you know, work hard for the things that they want. Nobody should just be given anything. Okay? So don't expect it. Don't expect the world to be kind to you. Expect the world to be difficult and challenging, and wake up every day with the attitude of, I'm gonna fucking conquer this bitch. I'm gonna lay it down, I'm gonna make it submit to me, because I'm the dominant one. I'm the one who's superior. I'm the one who's gonna hit the top. I'm the one who's gonna reach the top. I'm gonna achieve all my goals. I'm gonna be better than all you motherfuckers. White, black, Asian, red, yellow, green, blue, rainbowed haired, doesn't matter. You wake every day and you tell yourself you're a winner, you're going to start to believe it, you're going to start acting like it, you're going to have the confidence to do the things that you need to do to make yourself a success. People can shit on me all they want for working at Walmart, but the way I see it, getting a job there means that I'm stable and can pay my bills. Because my parents won't pay my bills for me. Which is good. It teaches me responsibility. But I recognize that working at Walmart probably is not what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. So I'm going to use Walmart and that job there as a launching off point to make myself a better person. Get myself into a stable position so I can think about going back to school. And right now my goal is to become a dental hygienist. But then when I become a dental hygienist, you know, I'm going to save my money so I can go buy a piece of land and have a small farm on it or something. Like, I don't have ginormous dreams, but what I have, the dreams that I have, I know that I have to work for. You don't get to go buy a piece of property, you know, with good fertile soil, you know, and a nice house and stuff unless you are willing to work for it. I'm white, I have to work for it. You're black, you have to work for it. You're Asian, you have to work for it. You're an Aboriginal from, you know, Australia, you have to work for it. I don't care what race you are, you still have to work for the things that you want. You have to be willing to put in the hard work. And it has nothing to do with race. Stop shitting on yourself. Stop thinking yourselves as gorillas. Stop thinking yourselves as monkeys and apes. It's stupid. It's incredibly stupid. I don't think of you that way. I see a black person walking down the street and I think, oh, look at that gentleman. Or, you know, I don't think about it at all. It's like, oh, off in my own little world, which I am 99.9% of the time. I'm thinking about shit in my head and you know, storylines and concepts and things, and my mind is just a whirlpool of, essentially, that's what my mind is like. And but, you know, so I'm either not thinking about you as you pass by, or I'm thinking to myself, oh, look at that guy, person. I don't actively think about your skin tone. Does your skin tone hit my eyeballs? Yeah, of course. I see your dark skin. I see your facial features. But you know what I'm going to notice more? I'm going to notice whether you're angry or happy. If you have a nasty look on your face, I'm probably going to look away from you. If you smile at me, I'm going to smile back if I notice. So, I don't think of you as any less than me. So why do you think you're less than me? Stop it. I'm not superior. No white person is superior. And you're not inferior. You just have to be willing to work for the things you want. Have a great day.